guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So today, I wanted to go ahead and take a closer look at this Killer 7 game for the Nintendo GameCube, and go ahead and get some gameplay of this pretty unique and bizarre game. Now, of course, when this game first came out, it received tons of criticism right away, and now I know exactly why. So today, we're going to go ahead and check out this pretty unique game, get some footage of it, and go ahead and talk about why this game is so unique, so bizarre, and pretty stunning. So let's go ahead and check it out.
So, you there yet?
You mean this shithole?
That's where they all hang out. Our information tells us that there's 14 of them.
And they're all fun.
Keep one alive so we can ask where their boss is.
Anything else I should know?
Not really. You'll know when you see them. They're, different.
Will do.
Well, may the Lord smile.
And the devil have mercy.
Now, to go ahead and begin, Killer 7 came out for the GameCube and PlayStation 2 in 2005 and was described as an action-adventure, rail shooter, single-player game that used first-person and third-person aspects while you played this game. Now, this game is a true, mature game for the Nintendo GameCube, as it does have tons of blood, gore, intense violence, sexual themes, strong language, acts of terrorism, and of course the list goes on. So essentially you play as a man named Harmon Smith, who is essentially wheelchair bound, and he takes on these different personalities and physical manifestations of 7 assassins, hence Killer 7. He is able to transform into these 7 assassins physically, and each of them have their own unique set of characteristics and personalities. So you use these characters to complete missions to uncover a deeper conspiracy of terroristic threats. So essentially, Killer 7 is a hard-hitting, surreal action-adventure game starring this Harmon Smith character, a mysterious assassin who can harness the unique powers of his 7 personalities. Working together, these personalities are the Killer 7. So of course, over the years, this pretty radical game has received some strong criticism in regards to its storyline, its controls, and the fact that it is so different than any other game that you may have played. So of course, I was intrigued by this game and wanted to go ahead and play it and see exactly what I thought, as the reviews are so mixed and pretty much all over the place. So this is definitely a mature rated game, and right off the bat, I can see why, as there are terroristic elements, there's tons of blood, there's gore, there's violence, and there is just so much going on with this game. So at first, the controls can be a bit confusing and hard to comprehend at first due to these different controls and style of the gameplay. So of course this game is described as an action-adventure with restricted movements where you are set on a predetermined path, such as this on-rail movement. So essentially, when you're moving around, you utilize a third-person view of whichever character you choose. And of course, when you encounter these enemies, it takes on this first-person shooter approach. So this game is drastically different than tons of games that I've played in the past. And once I got over the basic controls of this game, it actually had a great story to it. So while you play this game, you have to fully utilize the 7 characters that you play as. So you can't just play as one, as they all are unique and they all offer something a little bit different that help you advance forward in this game. So to control a character, you move forward by pressing the A button, and you move backwards by pressing the B button. Now of course, while you're navigating through this game, it will actually take you through a set path. You will actually be able to choose which way you want to go. So you'll just highlight that and continue in that path. So you essentially navigate through these different environments and solve puzzles, collect items, and encounter whatever comes your way. So this has an extremely different style of combat. Now when I first played this game, it was very creepy as I just kind of dove right into it. So in this style of combat, it's not like most games where you look ahead and you see your enemies. But in this game, it's different because your enemy first appears invisible. So you're actually alerted by this laughing sound, which is pretty creepy at first. And you actually have to use a control to go ahead and scan for these smile enemies. And the only way that you can see them is by actually scanning it first. So then you'll have to quickly engage with the enemy as they do get closer to you. And of course you have to be very strategic when shooting at them. So you can't just shoot them once and be done with it. You have to shoot them in critical points to destroy them. And if you fail to do so, you'll quickly find out why. So of course if you shoot at their leg and not one of their critical points, this enemy will fall to the ground and continue to crawl towards you. So this, right away, was pretty crazy and radically different than other style games. Now, if this enemy does get too close to you, it will explode and injure you. So you do have to be very mindful and very strategic, and every shot counts in this game. Now, this game does automatically reload, so if you continuously shoot at the enemy, it will reload for you. Now, as I advanced through the game, I quickly grasped the controls, and I learned what it was I was supposed to do in this game. But, of course, this game has so many different aspects to it, with the different 7 characters, and the storyline just continues to become imaginative and complex as you progress through the game. Now, of course, this game is nothing like any other game that I've played, and of course we expect that from Suda. So as I continued through this game, I realized exactly how unpredictable, psychotic, and radical this game actually is. And as I progressed through this game, I learned that the visuals, soundtrack, and story were so spectacular, and it really outdid the scene before. Now, of course, this game is one that I would highly recommend, but it's definitely not for everyone, especially with these mature and suggestive themes throughout this entire game. Now, this game I have not completely finished yet, as it does have around 15 hours of gameplay, and I really wanted to get immersed into this game. Now, despite the criticism that this game has received, I would definitely think that this Killer 7 game for the Nintendo GameCube is one that is worth checking out. Now, of course, this game will not be for everyone, as it does have a strong mature rating, and of course I noticed tons of things in this game that make it not for the faint of heart. So this game, as I progressed through it, I became even more intrigued, as it does have a different stylistic approach to the game, and it's very entertaining with a lot of the different cutscenes, and it leaves you wanting to know more as you progress through each of these scenes. Now, of course, these 7 different characters that you play as are definitely unique. They're definitely radical. Some of them have some pretty crazy abilities that help advance through the game. So this is definitely a bloodthirsty game where you actually need blood to go ahead and advance through the game, and of course you collect this blood. This game does have some anime style cutscenes in here. The visuals are just so beautiful. The soundtrack is pretty intriguing, and a lot of the different aspects while playing this game, such as the puzzle solving and this action adventure style, really make an intriguing and interesting game. Now, once you quickly get over these controls, this game is so much more in-depth and really has a lot going on. So I really enjoyed this game, and I definitely would rate it pretty high, as it's definitely one that I think a lot of people should play and at least give it a try. So if this game sounds like it's something interesting for you, I would definitely try and find it cheap. Now, this game I did pick up pretty cheap at my local GameStop. This does actually come with a full-size manual and 2 discs, and it will take up 2 blocks of memory for your Nintendo GameCube. Now, they do actually offer this on the PlayStation 2 as well. So this game is definitely pretty interesting. It's pretty challenging, it's unique, it's radical, it's mature rated, and it has so much going on that I was definitely intrigued and fully immersed myself while playing it. So of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.